Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Curly K Glam, and I'm here today to do the All-American review that I'm like 3 days late on. But it's on season 5, episode 8, Feels So Good. I'm gonna come back in between commercial breaks to talk to y'all to see what's going on. We gonna talk about it. Okay, y'all, I'm back and I gotta talk fast, okay? So as we knew, the AD, aka Morris Chestnut, was gonna offer TD's the job, Billy Baker. Boom, right? Y'all was dragging Coop on Twitter that night for talking too much, but this time it wasn't Coop's fault. Olivia walked in the room while she was talking to her girlfriend. So that won't Coop's fault. But the thing of the matter is, I was on Spencer's side. Because I feel like Spencer deserves better. Because Olivia still is doing too much. But I don't like that. I thought the wedding girl was cute for him, but I changed my mind. I don't like that relationship. I don't like the entanglement going on. I don't like that because Spencer is not an entanglement man. He is a relationship man. I don't like this. I don't like it. But him taking that girl to Billy Baker party, I'm not here for that. I know I said I was on Spencer's side, and I kind of probably sound like a hypocrite. But I just don't want him bringing that girl around Liv because he know how Liv really feel, even though Liv ain't saying nothing. But come on, Spence, we gotta read the room. You gotta read the room. Like, she still wants you. She want to be with you. She just don't know how to say it. Not that I'm rooting for Spencer and Liv, but I'm just saying, like, this is toxic. None of that made any sense, but that's just how I feel. Like, I feel like what he doing is okay because they both single, but at the same time, like when the girl was bought up, when y'all was playing that game, Liv clearly had an issue with it, and clearly Spencer and Liv still owe each other a conversation, but you know, All American, they gonna drag it. I'm so used to seeing Laura with a bob. Now that she got long hair, I'm just like, who is this woman? But anyway, Jordan talking to Asher about going to Wilmot. I just knew Jordan was gonna go to Coastal Carolina. I mean, not Coastal Carolina. Look at me, Coastal California. I just knew because we got a school in North Carolina called Coastal Carolina. But I just knew he was gonna go to Coastal California. I just knew it. But that ain't the case. He like the other school, Wilmot, better. So we gonna see how that go. Because all this is being funny. They all being funny and shady to each other. Gotta go to show for that next scene. I had to put stuff on pause because that was a lot. Okay. Thank you, Miss Grace, for reading Spencer for Feels. Because we can always count on Grace Carter, James Carter, to give Spencer the truth. I don't think Grace really cared for Alicia like that. But she's supporting her son because she know her son is hurt right now. That's what it's giving for me. All American. I like Jamie. That's the best girlfriend Asher ever had. Do not send her to the upper room because she clutching her chest. I don't know if she having a lupus flare up and it's affecting her heart or what. But don't y'all send that girl to the upper room and have Asher go through all that trauma and emotional heartbreak because that girl and something happened to that girl. Do not do her like that. Don't do her like that. I like her. Finally, Asher is in a very good place. Do not yank Asher from that good place, okay? Obviously, something is going on with JJ. For some reason, JJ probably got another acting job. But the character JJ is having a downward spiral. We don't know where JJ is. Jordan's heard from JJ. I think maybe Spencer has heard from JJ. Asher ain't heard from JJ, which means that JJ is currently icing Asher out. But I'm assuming by the end of season 5, we're going to know what's going on. Spencer checks Coop about having a big mouth. Yes, Coop do got a big mouth, but that wasn't her fault that time. She was having a conversation and Liv just happened to walk in the room. I did see when Coop was having a conversation with that girl about her living in a mansion. I think that was that girl way of telling Coop that she was ready for Coop to move in or for them to cohabitate, but Coop was not picking up what she was putting down, obviously, and Coop dubbed all of it. So she just sat there and just didn't have nothing else to say. Olivia sitting at the table with whoever that journalism dude is. Obviously, he's into her, and this is his way of doing crouching tiger, hidden dragon on Liv by inviting himself to be her faux date, as he said, or just her date, or just to make her laugh when he looking and when he ain't looking. That was lame. That was lame. I'm sorry. It was just lame. Why is my camera making me look orange? There we go. Turn down the saturation. Anyway, okay. There we go. Oh, that's too dark. It'll adjust in a few minutes. But, yeah, no, absolutely not. Coop did bring up a valid point about ripping off this breakup band-aid. It's just the holding place in which, like, it's the holding place in which Liv and Spencer are currently in. Like, I don't know. They already had their backseat moment, but I just still feel like they didn't talk about things. They still owe each other a conversation. So it's just hard for the viewer to watch. It's aggravating, honestly. But because this is the story, we're obviously going to have to be aggravated until we get to that point in the show where they're going to deal with it. Okay, and for the big thing that everybody was dragging Jordan about, I am half and half on it. Jordan made some real valid points. Layla made some real valid points. Jordan's valid points was, okay, let me just start off by saying Jordan is a hypocrite. Jordan is a whole hypocrite because Jordan went to Atlanta when GAU was playing in the bowl. They didn't have to go to Princeton at all. At all. Regardless of if Spencer is still friends with Simone or not, or Keisha or whoever. They didn't have to go to Princeton at all. But Jordan took his hips to Princeton and caused trouble and swung on Damon because he know Damon is in love with Simone while he was in a whole situationship, official or unofficial, with Layla. They was together. Okay, Jordan. So I just want to throw that out there, Jordan. So you was wrong for that because you already done had your backseat to Princeton after y'all break up. Whether you had to have a closure conversation with Simone or not, you could have called her on FaceTime. Number 2, I think Jordan's point was valid when he said Simone was his wife and he didn't want things to be messed up between him and Simone because they had just got to a place where they was cordial, and he knows Simone will have to come back home because they all got the same group of friends eventually. So I think that point was valid for Jordan. Now, for Layla was trifling. Yes, her and Simone was friends. Yes, woman to woman, she owed Simone a conversation. Yes. Did she have to do it like the way she did it? No. But I feel like since she thought that was the best way she knew how to do it, fine. She went and did that. But maybe a little bit, almost, sort of, she could have just told Jordan a little bit, maybe, or something, like threw it out there, just see what he thought, and then still did it anyway. Maybe have a conversation with Simone because honestly, they was friends. They always close. She was her maid of honor at her wedding. So, and that was her whole husband. So I would feel a way. They know it's a vortex, but that's just crazy. Like, after that, I just feel like Jordan should have been off limits for everybody. Like, that's crazy. Like, I mean, I'm happy for them, I guess. Like, I'm happy for Jordan and Layla, but like, girl, y'all knew how they felt about each other. But Jordan at the same time can't get mad because there was no time. The whole time he was still with Simone, he was flirting and having a whole emotional, what Simone say, emotional bond with Layla. And then now they go together. It ain't even been that long. While Simone is trying to still figure it out. Like, I guess that's kind of how Leah feel about Spencer. She sees Spencer moved on and she's still trying to figure out. So now she feel away like, dang, am I not moving fast enough? Get y'all healing. Heal. People, learn how to heal from a relationship. Even if the relationship wasn't on bad terms, it still hurt. Heal before you just go out here creating emotional bonds and soul ties with people. That's what's wrong with the generation now. I mean, it ain't even this generation now. It's just people in general. People don't know how to heal from relationships. Y'all don't realize how emotionally expensive relationships are. Relationships, no matter if it's a parental relationship, no matter if it's a romantic relationship, no matter if it's a friendship, in order to carry on a healthy friendship or a relationship with anybody, it's expensive. You got to dedicate your time. You got to dedicate communication. You got to dedicate all aspects of your physical, emotional, mental being to a person in order to keep the relationship going. And as far as having a romantic relationship, Spencer and Liv was friends. Good friends before they started dating. That was expensive. But they had enough money, enough relationship coins to enter into a romantic relationship with each other. Okay, so that adds on top. That adds more cost. So you got a very expensive friendship, and then you have a very expensive relationship, and then it's over. So you in the negatives. So you in the negative on a friendship, and then you in the negative on a relationship, and now y'all want to try and date other people when both of y'all is in the negative? No. Now there is a time after you get your coins back up where you go and you invest in another person. Spencer ain't investing in that girl, and Alicia ain't investing in him either. They just out here spending money that they don't have, swiping a relationship, situationship, entanglement credit card that ain't got no money on it. That's ridiculous. Y'all need to learn how to heal. The best way to not get over nobody is not to get up on another one. That just make it worse. Spencer, look like to me, Spencer feel worse because he won't live, but he messing with Alicia, but he don't know what to do. And please, I'm going back to watch the show now. I done talked too much. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all, I don't know. I'm getting mad. I don't know. Please get Jamie a doctor. I'm concerned. I don't like this. The reason why y'all, Spencer just brought that girl to the party, and I don't know. She talking about she want to have fun, but it sounds like she getting caught up, girl. Girl, do not put your dollar in that snack machine, girl. You was not gonna get no snack. Y'all know how when you put your money in the soda machine and the soda don't come out, now you feel like you gotta shake the machine. Like, none of this is fair. None of this is fair. It's not fair. It's not. I feel like Alicia started. Why she want to know who his friends are? You said y'all was just hanging out. Sound like to me you're catching feelings, sis. It then Smith's like, oh, she just walked in. His whole face, his whole everything changed. while she's sitting there. I would have felt so stupid. I'm saying having a whole conversation with you, and your ex come in the room, and your whole mood, your whole every fiber of your being changed. No, like no, Run for the hills, girl. Run for the hills. I know you was having fun, but girl, take your money to another snack machine. Cause Spencer ain't it. No. I don't know why I keep relating all of this to expenses, but it's making sense in my mind. I'm sorry. But like, no. And then Layla over there hating from the corner because Jordan ain't talking to her right now, or I don't know what's going on, but then Spencer talking about some she walked in with Noah. Sir, are you mad? Do you feel some way? Like, see, I'm still on. I'm on like, I don't know how I feel about this relationship. Like, I was on Spencer's side. I'm still kind of on Spencer's side, but I'll be back. Spencer, what kind of speech was that, Spencer? Not the most important relationship in your life, and then you look at her. Why Alicia's sitting in the audience? Oh. Does anybody, like, y'all just saw that? Well, y'all did already because y'all probably watched the episode already, but still, like, Alicia is stressed, rightfully so. Girl, get your purse and leave the party. Girl, call you an Uber and leave the party. That is embarrassing. Okay, girl, that's embarrassing. No, That, girl, take your snack money somewhere else. Do not spend it at that snack machine. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And then Olivia, girl, you is pressed like a panini. Girl, you pressed like a panini. Talking about so girl, ain't nothing that boy ever said was that funny. He don't even look like anything he would ever say would be that funny. Girl, please. Girl, please. I'm here for the little roasted Billy Baker or whatever. But no. This is getting real messy. This is getting real messy. It's getting real messy. That's all I gotta say is getting real messy. Because why Grace walked up over there and was like, you feel some type of way, huh? You feel some type of way, huh? It be your own mama. She was like, yeah, you here with Alicia and everything, but she ain't Liv. And Liv here with somebody, but he ain't you. Then she talking about something. Well, before y'all got together, y'all was best friends. Try to explore that again. Miss Grace. Mama's be Miss Grace. They gonna skip right past that best friend phase, Miss Grace, and go straight down the relationship street. I'm done, y'all. I'm done. Oh, not Grace coming in there reading Billy for filth. I don't know how Grace found out about any of that. I really don't, but I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm kind of speechless. I feel like she fussed me out, and I'm just watching TV show. I don't know. Let me stop saying I don't know. That's not a good confession to be making. Wow. Here again, we are stuck in a rut because Grace is right, but Billy is right. Billy ain't never had no D1 opportunity to come into his lap so far on the show that we know of. And Billy is also making a huge difference in the atmosphere of Crenshaw. Like, just walking down the hallways, they made sure that they created that whole atmosphere of like Billy got the school in order. Like, he finally got Crenshaw to a good place. And now here we are a couple months later after he promised to do right by all them students, that he is, battling with whether or not he's going to accept this position. And he did go in there and plead for Kenny. But since that dude, the AD, was his friend and they played football together, I guess he trusts Billy more and he knows Billy more, and he don't feel like he can really trust nobody, especially now that the school is on, like, the school ain't on bad terms, but the school is in a bad place. Like, they looking real bad in the eyes of the public. And so he feel like Billy got that certain judge that can get them back to where they need to be. I don't know. I know Spencer want Kenny to be the head coach, but I think that if Spencer found out that Billy was the head coach, he wouldn't be mad at that either. And all those guys that Billy is trying to help at Crenshaw, he could help them. He could help pay them a way to get scholarships at Los Angeles. The show is back on, y'all. I'll be back. Y'all, why is All American so dramatic? I swear it's like watching football, the Young and the Restless. Like, so that was the last scene, y'all. I'm done. I know I done had a whole bunch of little clips in between, but I'm done, like, with this episode. I guess that I feel this way. I guess the episode was good, like, finally, because that first half of season 5, I was like, ooh, I don't know, y'all. It's looking real skip. But so Billy told Jordan, I guess because Billy always just talked to Spencer about things, Jordan finally felt feelings he's never felt before in terms of like how his dad views him. And even though that may not have been the outcome that I wanted for Jordan, because I really wanted Jordan to go to another college and spread his wings and fly, I think that he always wanted to play for his daddy and to build the Baker legacy in a way that his daddy could be most proud of, and be honored to do such. He said he never felt like he found his person, and he said all the while he's always played for his dad, he never felt like his dad never really valued him, I guess, as like the player he wanted to be. And when Billy asked him, I just thought that Jordan was gonna be like, Dad, that opportunity sounds amazing, but I think I'm gonna go somewhere else. That's not what happened. So I was like, oh, so you really gonna stay and go to Angeles? Cool. I mean, not what I wanted for you, but I'm not mad at it. And I hope Jamie is okay, because she looked like she was having a heart attack. So I hope Jamie's okay. And as far as Alicia, this probably won't ruffle a lot of feathers. But this is why I do not think women could just have entanglements, and that just be that. Like, women always say, generally speaking, they can have entanglements and not get their feelings involved. They just want to have fun. But having fun always turns expensive for women. I know I'm back on the whole analogy of currency and emotional ties and whatnot. And she knew Spencer. Now, one thing I can say is that Spencer was completely honest about his feelings toward Liv and his breakup and all of that. And she knew all of that. Yes. So I don't think that Alicia properly protected herself in terms of making sure she didn't get hurt. Because what I saw in that scene was a woman with pie on her face. And like Spencer said, she said that she wanted to go there. But as a person who's messed with somebody who just got out of a relationship, he don't even know his emotions and how he feel about things on a day-to-day basis. So why do you think he gonna be able to make a step forward or make a step backward? It's not that simple. It's way more nuanced than that. Especially when it comes to him and Liv's relationship. Like, Spencer ain't just no thought. He just ain't no football player that's out here having all these different girls coming and going by. That's not who he is. He is very much a person who invests in meaningful relationships and try to have meaningful relationships with people. And again, I know this is just a show. We know that, duh. But I'm just saying, like, we just recapping on what we viewed. And for her to get mad, I'm pretty sure Spencer's not going to see her again. Rightfully so. Because if I was her, I wouldn't even came all the way back to the house. Girl, you could have went and bought you some more cards. You could have got you some off Amazon. Like, Spencer can keep them cards. I wouldn't have went back. Because, girl, not only did you have pie on your face, girl, you had tomatoes and eggs. Girl, you lost. Like, that was clearly her loss. Like, she lost, girl. L. You called it L. No, ma'am. I'm not doing that. Like, just like dudes get ego checks, women get ego checks as well. And that was a serious ego check because she thought that she was having fun. And she thought that it started off fun, but she started catching feelings. And that's how a lot of women be when they be messing with a dude that just got a relationship. They be like, oh, we just chilling. We just talking. Nothing. It's just real light. And then boom. Because outside of the rules, because she the one who gave him the rules. And that's the thing, like, he followed all your rules. Like, girls be thinking they protecting themselves, making all these rules. He followed all your rules. And like he said, it went outside the rules. See, that's why I don't do stuff like that. That's exactly why I never was that girl. I never was that girl. Because I'm just like, I saw my friends go through, in real life, I saw my friends go through that situation too many times to where I was just like, y'all scarred me. It's a wrap. No, not on my watch. Not on my watch. Absolutely not. Because I can't be toyed. I cannot take it. I would be in this. Spencer's whole house would have been towed. His whole house would have been towed up. Like, no. Absolutely not. Girl, talking about some cards. Girl, you could have bought some more cards off Amazon. No. And then it's just the fact that, like, Spencer gonna walk up to Liv at that party and was like, do you think we'll ever be back friends where we was? And she was like, no. Like, he looked so disappointed. The disappointment. Or in the words of regrets, the disappointment. Like, he looked so hurt. I'm like, sir, your date is across the room. Your date is across the room, sir. You're in the wrong place. You could have talked to her another time. You didn't have to talk to her at the party. Like, No. And obviously, when Spencer said that Liv was the most important relationship in his life, well, he didn't say Liv, but he said that and looked at her. So she knew what that meant. And it's the fact for me that Liv feel the same way. And Liv has feelings for Spencer. And she very well wants to be back with Spencer. But she treating Spencer like Spencer did something to hurt her. Well, all the while, Spencer was the punching bag the whole time. And that's the only part I don't get about Liv. Like, you chose to write this article. His life is falling apart. His athletic dream is falling apart at the seams because of something that you did. And he gave you space to do you and be free so you could freely write that article with clear conscience. He supported your dream all the way. And you didn't support his. And then when he want to get back with you, you like, no, I think it's best we just move on. And that's another thing. Like, I know women don't want to be hurt, but he was willing to put it all on the line for you, Liv. And then you was just like, nope. And I can see, like, you don't, we're going to go back to the currency thing. You don't spend money. I know you had a little bit in the savings. She had a little bit in the savings. But girl, you could have spent that little bit in the savings that you had for him because you knew that was worth the purchase. Because I feel like Spencer is worth the purchase. You know how they be saying on TikTok and on social media that you be like, I got $22 in my account, but I'm going to eat anyway because I'm going to eat. To me, that's that. Like, she knows Spencer is worth it, but she's scared to spend her money. And Spencer is like, I got my wallet, girl. I will pay for it. And she like, no, I don't want you to do that. And I feel like Spencer would be worth that. Now, women always know who they can and cannot spend their last $22 on. It's a metaphor, y'all. Roll with me. Women know. Women know who they know. They know. You be like, oh, if some girls gamble with the $22, like, ooh, I might get $44 back. I might lose $22. I don't know. Like, some girls gamble on that. But I just feel like Spencer would have made sure that if you spent your $22, he would have spent his $22 and y'all would have shared. Y'all would have combined both of y'all $22 and y'all would have both had $44 together. But no, that's not what she wanted to do. So, and her kissing Noah at the end, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We are not here for that. We are anybody but Noah. We are not here for that. You mean to tell me Gulf Angeles got all the sports and you couldn't get you no baseball player, no soccer player, or nothing? Girl. I mean, matter of fact, how low of me. He didn't have to be no athlete. Well, Ashley was an athlete. Chris was an athlete. Spencer was an athlete. Maybe she tired of athletes. You know what? Whatever. Girl, you couldn't find nobody else. Somebody in SGA or nothing like that. Since you want to be all deep and whatnot. You had to pick Noah. I'm not feeling Noah. I'm sorry. I feel like Noah, something about Noah gives me like very much like, girl, he finna bankrupt your emotional bank. He about to withdraw all your funds. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it for Noah. But yeah, y'all. The episode was good. I'm not gonna say I'm excited, but hopefully next week's episode is a builder. It builds on top of that. So, okay, All American, we're going in a good direction in 5B so far. So hopefully y'all stay right there. And we see how Billy gonna take this job and how, what Grace gonna do since she is all into this Crenshaw public school system and whatnot. And we're gonna see what happens after that. Thanks for recapping with me, guys. I'll be back next week. Deuces.